Joining us next on the MARR Army Rock Show from Fresno, California, we've got Stone and Zach from Days Under Authority, and they've got an EP out right now called Not My Nightmare. Came out on September 14th. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
So I'm going to admit I'm kind of new to your band, so if you would indulge me on this, give me a little bit of the history of the band and the journey that's been, to this point for your band.
That's a long journey, dude. So I've been doing this for about 8 years with our drummer, Brendan. And it started back when I was in junior high. He was still, I think, in elementary school or something like that. And we've gone through so many bassists and guitarists, and our original guitarist quit about last year. And so Stone joined us about a year and a half ago, that was an awesome kind of blessing for us to have him in the band. And then we got 2 other guitarists. We kind of rearranged the way that we sound, and we all kind of had the same image of where we wanted to go, and we just kind of went with it. So we've just been writing music, getting everything going. It's been a journey, but it's been a fun journey, man, making music and getting what we actually want to get out there.
Now, when I looked at you guys and researched you today, I looked at you. You look like young guys, and you've been doing this for 10 years. How young were you when you guys started playing?
Yeah, so I was probably 12. I don't know, but our drummer, he was probably 10 or 11 or something like that.
Yeah, no, he was about 10 or 12 at the time.
Yeah. Funny thing is, Stone joined us about a year and a half ago, but he was there at our first one too. Yeah. We're all pretty young, man. We're in our 20s, Stone's turning 21 this year. He's still a baby.
Well, hey, Not My Nightmare is out on digital platforms now. Tell us a little bit about the making of the record. How long of a process was it, and where'd you record it and produce and all that good stuff?
So some of the music was actually made with the older players, and the newer people just kind of came in, put their little spin into things. The album probably took about a good year and a half to get completed. We had a lot. Not My Nightmare was actually originally named Hero and was basically a completely different song. We went in, kind of changed the verses and the choruses a little bit, put a little bit of extra guitar fills in there. It was pretty fun. Demise we wrote with the newest guitar player, Jonathan. That was basically his whole song he had prepared before he came into the band.
Yeah, it was pretty much like what he was saying, just getting everything in there, and some of the songs were written, and some of them we dropped and we replaced with new songs of the guys we kind of thought matched the sound that we were going for now. We recorded it at our buddy's place, JSM Studios. Shout out to Justin Rosander, he's awesome dude. He knows how to capture sound amazingly. But I mean, the process was great. We got what we wanted to get out there, and now we're just we're excited. It's finally out.
So the album, when I was listening to it today, has kind of almost like a dark theme running through it lyrically and whatnot. Has it always been kind of a theme for the band's music?
Well, no. It's funny enough, it did not. We had an album out a while ago that we kind of scratched. It was called, I don't even remember the name. My Time, that's right. At least I don't remember the name of it. But no, it was a completely different sound. We had a song called Through the Night. That was like a party song. And the lyrics now, they're just kind of we started the band, we were all in high school, and so we kind of grew up. We've all been through our trials kind of thing. And personally, for me, a lot of the lyrics that were written were just stuff that I've been going through and trials in my life. And so that dark theme, I think it's just more we grew up, man, and music's the best place for me to get that out, and anyone else who wants to kind of get what they're feeling out, you know what I mean?
So there's a music video out there for Purgatory I was watching today. Tell me a little bit about the making of that video.
Oh man, that was pretty fun. We had a couple buddies of ours that knew us prior to the band, and they let us use their kitchen area. I don't even know.
It's kind of like a restaurant, somewhere downtown. And we were able to just kind of get in there. We were trying to figure out an idea for the song, and we just kind of got one down with the whole blindfolds, and it was interesting, walking, because we couldn't see through the blindfolds at all, so we were walking into doors and whatnot. And we got one of our local radio hosts to be in the video with us. We got a whole bunch of our friends, and it was a fun making process.
Same guy who shot that music video actually produced our record.
Yeah, that was cool.
and shot it with.
Yeah, congratulations on the release of it, man. It's a good video. Now, hey, I was, kind of trolling your Facebook page a little bit today. I saw a couple times you posted this one picture of the time you're recording gang vocals. And for those not in the recording business, what is that? And, is that difficult to do?
Gang vocals are fun, man.
Yeah.
Depending on who you're doing it with, our guy Justin, man, he's just just go in your booth and, for those who don't know, gang vocals, we're just basically in there just kind of all singing along or shouting whatever's needed at that point. I think what we did for the gang vocals, if you listen at the very end of Not My Nightmare, you can kind of hear in the background there's a whole bunch of laughs. And that's basically what we were doing in the studio. We're just all laughing like crazy, just kind of add a little bit of twist at the end of that song. And it's a lot of fun, man. Recording, re-recording, making sure everyone's kind of doing the right thing. Especially if you had to do a sing-along part of, or not a sing-along, but gang vocals actually require melody. A lot of times that's going to be on point, stuff like that. But it's fun, dude.
Yeah, especially stressing about actually getting the album recorded, not messing up on the album. It's kind of nice to get in there and yell and make a bunch of weird noises in a microphone.
Yeah. So, hey, we're winding down to the end of 2018. Looking back on the past year, what was your favorite memory, favorite memory from this year as a band?
Oh, I know that one. For me,
you go for it then, yeah.
We had a show. We were playing with Saliva here in Fresno, and we had a big show planned out. They were supposed to headline. It was gonna be really awesome. But unfortunately, the venue had a couple permit issues. We had to move the show a couple times around, and Saliva ended up, one of their members ended up getting sick, and they played in the middle of a set. We ended up headlining for them. Played at 1 in the morning by the Kingsburg in 30-degree weather in front of just their tour crew. And we were lucky enough to have them ask us to open for them the next day in Morro Bay. So we hopped in the van after partying with them in their van all night, drove down to Morro Bay and opened up for them and ended up scoring a new manager.
Nice. So. That sounds like an awesome night and a good memory for the year. Now, hey, looking forward to next year, what are your goals for the band next year? Are you going to be writing more stuff, releasing new records, or touring? What's the plans for next year?
Well, the plans for next year, we're basically, we're just pushing this EP as much as we can, but we are still writing a lot of music. We're trying to get a couple other music videos or lyric videos out for that, just to help with getting out the word for this EP. But as far as tours go, man, we're just waiting for that right one to come hit us. We want a tour. We're just looking at getting out there, But definitely, we're writing. We're getting stuff done. We're doing stuff in our local scene, trying to do stuff outside of our local scene. And we're just doing whatever we can.
Maybe trying to get into the NAMM show. Thank you, Ernie Ball.
So, Zach, I got a question for you here. A lot of bands, I interview a lot of singers that use vocal coaches these days. Do you use a vocal coach, or are you kind of your own guy singing-wise?
So, yeah, I do not use a vocal coach. I'm my own man, which, to be honest, I want a vocal coach. I'm not saying I'm better than that, because, no matter what, I think vocal coaches help out vocalists no matter what. But I was in choir all throughout high school, and my choir director was a great guy. He was a vocal coach personally for other people, but he's never my vocal coach. But he always taught me great breathing techniques, and I carried that along in with me to this and all that stuff. So, I don't have a vocal coach. Wouldn't mind getting one, but at the moment, I'm just kind of doing my own thing. Don't want to blow anything out, but...
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize how many singers use them these days. Now, is there another genre of music you're comfortable singing? Are you strictly a rock and roll guy, or is there other stuff that a secret thing that people wouldn't know you like to sing?
That's a good question. But I don't know. We kind of play around every once in a while, just doing having fun. I don't know if you consider punk or something like that a different genre, but I don't know. What do you have I ever sang anything else different, Stone?
You sing Christian music. I'd consider that a little different from rock. It's a little it's clean.
Kind of like worship music. Yeah, I see that. Yeah,
that's awesome. Well, hey man, I've really enjoyed talking to you guys, and I've definitely enjoyed listening to the EP "Not My Nightmare" today. Where's the best place you want people to go to check out your music and learn more about your band?
Well, I know everyone. If you want to go somewhere to check out our music and listen to our band, we've got a website, daysunderauthority.com. You go on there, you can check out everything we got. Like, you can see some photos, music videos. You can kind of see a bio on there. If you want to check out our Facebook page, Days Under Authority, it's just on Facebook. You can go there. Those are probably the best two places. You can kind of get to everything on those two pages. If you want to try and find our Instagram, Snapchat, find our music on iTunes or YouTube or Spotify. I know everyone uses Spotify. But, DaysUnderAuthority.com, or just look us up on Facebook. That's pretty much the best places.
Well, they are Days Under Authority. As mentioned, we've had Stone and Zach with us. Guys, I really appreciate you spending time with us today. And everybody go out and check out Not My Nightmare. And we'll hope to catch you at a live show soon one day, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Thank you.